2002 Ford Escape. I'm changing the fluid and the gasket on the rear differential pumpkin cover. So what you do is you remove all these bolts after you pull the 1-inch drain plug out of the pumpkin cover. Pull the drain plug out, let it drain, and then you crack these bottom bolts right here. Crack those 5 bolts and then loosen the top ones. Take these bolts all the way off and then pry from the bottom with the screwdriver. That way it'll lift out and drain from the bottom. You won't have stuff pouring around the edges from the top if you loosen the top first. Most of the time people use RTV on this, so it seals up a little more tight. If you use RTV, you want to clear this surface off all the way. Make sure there's absolutely no fluid on it. Clear the surface off of the actual cover. So you want to take the actual cover and get all the old RTV off of it. So before I'm done, I'm going to have all this off. But yeah, you want to get all this stuff off. Like, you don't want none of that on there. You want both surfaces to be clean. And then once you have both surfaces clean, you put your RTV on it and let it cure for about an hour before you actually put the rear differential fluid back in to test that it's actually sealed up properly and it isn't going to leak. Some people use like the Felpro paper gaskets or whatever. Or they just use straight high temp red RTV or copper silicone gasket, which is really high temp too. It's rated for, I think, a couple 1,000 degrees, which your rear differential doesn't get that hot. But yeah, so for the rear diff, to remove it, you're going to need your 13 millimeter. That's what the bolt size is that holds all the bolts along the outside. And you'll need a 3/8 drive ratchet. Your 3/8 drive ratchet will actually go inside this hole right here, and that is your drain plug. You drain out of that plug, you feel out of this plug. Typically the Ford Escapes, the rear differential takes around 3 quarts, 2.5 to 3 quarts worth of differential fluid. The drain plug actually is a magnet on the inside, so if your differential is pretty wore down, or the clutches or whatever, the pads in there are wore down, you're going to have shavings on your drain plug. Clean that off real well. Clean the inside of your rear end out with like brake cleaner or something and let it drain out for a while. And if you want to go drifting, you can throw plates of metal up in there and weld them in and weld your rear differential solid. Alright, that's it. Hopefully this helps. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.